All right, peace, y'all. Welcome to the China Shop. It's January 7 now. We obviously Rich is here. We got the cart on the ground. Seeing some things that we're not crazy about, but I didn't check air pressure in the tires to see if they're all at the same. And yeah, obviously, you can't just assume that the concrete is dead level flat. But this piece of wood is a little closer to the ground on this side than it is on that side. Looking at things, you know, you can be deceived a little bit, but folks, it almost looks to me like this side where the steering yoke is and the spindle bolts on where the kingpin's at is higher than this side. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it sure looks like it's that way to me. We'll get a tape measure out and check it out. But gee, what do we do? Do we take this thing over to Livonia or out to Wixom, to Kim's place, to put it on a table? That costs a lot of money, man. Ask Patrick. Patrick knows. You put your cart on especially if it's out of whack, boy, and yeah, he can fix it, but it costs a lot of dough.
We could do it at my shop, Bo.
Could you?
Yeah.
Well,
we got a big fixture table that we built a whole truck frame on.
Yeah. You got to have the clamps to hold it all down, though. You know, because you're gonna have to porta power whatever's low up, yeah, or whatever's high down. So
a hand pump.
Yeah. So you know, again, we're gonna. I don't think that. Well, I don't know. We'll have to, like I said, we'll get the tape measure out. Man, the more I stand here to look at it, the more it looks like it's bent. Wow. Yeah. That.
But none of the tubes look like they got a kink in them.
No, it sure don't. It sure don't. But wow, wowzy. Who knows, man? You know, these are old go-karts. So just because the bottom's not all scraped up doesn't mean the damn thing wasn't abused. Let's be honest, him and Johnny ran these things up and down the damn road, for God's sake, over there in West Olive. So who knows? You get out on a roadway, chuck holes, you know, I don't know. Who knows what's going on with these things? I did notice when I got it that the left front had some negative camber to it, and it still looks that way. You look at that rotor, and we're probably too far away with this camera. This one looks dead straight up and down just by eye. I mean, we don't have the sniper stuff, but this one here does look it's tilted in just a little bit. And you know, that's just by eye. So yeah, we do agree that this is too high off the ground. Just using our foot, we can get, you know, all the way to the laces underneath this bit here, and of course nowhere near that much here without lifting it up. I mean, so we do want to lower that one down. I know, Ben, I know you sent me the pictures of your kids' carts. The one cart had the same issue going on. But like I said in the response to that email, anybody watching these videos that knows me knows by now, it is a fashion show out there, and it may not make any difference, but I have to fix it. I can't go out onto a racetrack with one pod half an inch, 3/4 of an inch, an inch higher than the other one. Even if it doesn't do anything to the cart or the handling or the perform, it doesn't matter. It's a fashion show. In a photograph, the first thing I'm going to look at is, oh man, I should have fixed that pod. So we're going to fix it in exactly in the manner we said, by cutting off the horizontal part of that mount flush, and we'll cut these two pieces off, and we can do it by bolting instead of welding, and everything will be good. We're going to shut the camera down and get a tape measure out, measure some things, and see if we can't determine what's going on. The crossbar where the nut stuff comes up, that looks like it's relatively even across. But again, you know, I mean, suppose what we can do is come right on in here, step in the middle, and stick your toes under. It's a good way to measure things. And it's definitely a little tighter on this side, on the left side of the cart, than it is on the right. Now it could be maybe we've got the spindles look like ride height is set up the same. Doesn't look like one's set up higher than the other. But, you know, you can scales and you can tune it up. And we have 4 scales, so we can get this thing tuned up before we tear it all down. I mean, just make sure that we're going to be able to get it right. No sense in going to all the trouble of making it pretty if it's like a Pringle, right, Rich?
Yep.
Yeah, because you know what? I mean, will it go around a track? Sure, but will it burn up your tires and, you know, quicker than it should, or do things it's not supposed to do?
Wear one side out first.
Yeah, man. You know, if this is the time, at this point, this is when you address this stuff, not after it's all done and pretty. We don't want to do this next winter. We want to do it right now. So I'm gonna shut the camera off. We'll start putting a tape measure on things. We'll determine how much we need to lower this side. So when Richie's gone, now that the snowblower, which did start up right up, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Who knows? I probably had the fuel cock shut off. That's why it ran out of gas and didn't run right. But so it's out of the way now. We got a little more room in here. We kind of moved things over a little bit, trying to make ourselves some room. I can get it back up in the air with the crank up stand on my own, and we should be okay from here on out. But we'll work on this stuff. We'll get a tape measure on it, and then we're shutting off the heat. We're heading in the house because what is it, Rich?
Sunday.
It's Sunday, the Lions football game, baby. It's the last regular season game, so we'll go and watch a little of that. Then probably halftime, Richie's going to buzz on out of here and head home. So I'm Robert.
I'm Richard.
And we're the Lawson Brothers.
Go Blue!
Yeah, man. Out in Chinatown, you're picking them up and knocking them down.